kill, but now if you can cast that spell to not only do what it did before, which is limit healing regen by 50%, but also slow people, and now you can do it while stunned. It's like in those brief moments where you get focused, it makes buying BKB a little bit less necessary, but most importantly, you're just able to stay alive. So it absolutely is a big deal, and it's certainly a big reason why Huskar has better success right now.
Yeah, it feels almost like a better version of a duel in some senses. And also, the knockback is not as big as it used to be, and they have a lot of heroes that want to play within a very close vicinity. So I think that'll end up really working in their favor. But you can see they're doing a little bit of hunting here. 4 players, though. Both sides really hanging out, just seeing if they can get any vision, figure out.
I absolutely love that we get to see, like, he was spent. It's not a big deal. Don't look at it. It's cool to see that these bounty runes, this bounty rune situation got changed right before this big patch, because we still get to see the period where people are figuring out what they want to do strategy-wise for going for runes. And I just love seeing these like movements and positioning. It seems like the 5-man mid is the way to go, more or less.
Oh man, it's funny to even think that, like, once upon a time this would be considered like absolutely crazy to see the 5-man mid, but here we are now in Dota.
Got stuff to do on the map, and looks like the observer wards are not going to get dewarded. Kind of similar wards on both sides, just kind of protecting from those mid-rotation points. And yeah, Huskar has to be a little bit careful about being ganked, because Tiny is going to be a 4-position hero. He wants these wards to protect from Tiny rotating in, because a magic burst is certainly something Huskar fears in the early laning stage. So they're just going to protect themselves with that. I also really like the gyro pick as a result of the Snapfire, because the hero just has a huge amount of armor. Snapfire ultimately ends up going to the safe lane, so it's not as bad. But you know, if Elder Titan doesn't have his armor stacks up from his spirit, he could have some issues with that as the lane continues.
So how do you feel about this mid matchup here? Because you're going to be seeing the puck consistently, getting disarmed every now and then. Just, Wish really, this is still a lane dominating hero, but is it going to be as dire as it used to be?
Well, Puck doesn't have very much armor. Huskar is going to have some innate regen. He can use inner fires to both nuke and harass. It should be fine, especially because some of Puck's damage has gone down, waning rift, some base damage nerfs, that kind of thing. So it'll probably be fine, and Nine is an excellent player. I watched him a lot the last series that he played doing Weatherman stuff, and pretty consistently he just seems really, really impressive in the mid lane here. They might be fighting to the death. Oh my god, Puck almost died. It was so close. Holy crap. They both got down to like a fraction of HP, and Puck barely jumped out in time.
Well, like you said, Nine's a good player. He knows the limits of his hero and was able to get out just in the nick of time, but he's got to be very, very cautious here. Wish is going to be very aggressive.
One hit away from dying. They both were really, really low. So very close moment here. And Snake King's going to do his first rotation towards the mid lane. Hasn't skilled yet. Probably will go toss. Does a little bit more damage at level 1.
Yeah, but Wish is very aware of this. They already placed down the ward over on the side. So no smoke, of course. So it should be very easy to him. Just play it safe, back off, especially when they call out, that he's not showing on the map either. So I doubt that we see a... I say this, but he's still playing up very aggressively. Inner Fire comes out, the toss back over to Nine. Wish, he needs some help, he needs it fast, and it's still going to be the first blood going over to Nine, as Spartan's just a little bit too late with that TP.
Yeah. Omni's movement speed did get buffed here a little bit, but his cast range is still atrocious for both of his spells. So old Omni Knight would have been able to save him there, but he just I think at that point he just thought that Tiny was gone or something and got a little bit too far forward.
We got a lot of hops though here in this top lane as they were trying to make moves on Skylark, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they're able to kill Skeeter. Maybe just a little too overzealous here in this top lane.
Yeah, well, really good kill there to pick up Slark. Slark's armor is okay in the early laning stage here, but yeah, Elder Titan makes it work. Getting healed back up as well. Basically the issue here in some ways is that while Snapfire third skill is really, it basically got its mana decrease. That's why it feels better to buy it or to skill it. The damage is not really that different from what it was before, but most importantly, what you need to do is you need to land a little shredder while somebody else on your team also hits that guy. And in this case,
he's a little bit off the mark there. He didn't quite get the toss he wanted, and Nine's ticking down. He actually falls.
Oh my god. Yeah, no phase shift skilled here. Not uncommon for Pucks right now because they want to have as much damage as possible, but yeah, that tower hit destroyed him. Finish him off, so big defense by Wish again.
I'm enjoying these wholesome tips coming out from the side of Brame as well. They're patting Wish on the back. Good job there, buddy.
this is one of the best things you can do against Huskar is try to kill him in the early game. But if you put pressure on a lane winner here, Snowball like this, and it doesn't work and he gets kills, ooh, that's not good for your win chances.
No, it's not. They're playing very far up here. They do have to be careful because there is a Tiny nearby. And look at the damage coming out from Skylark with these big old punches.
120 damage extra per punch. A massive amount here. So
he's got his eyes on Stominen. We'll toss right back over to Fata. Little Shredder doing that damage here, but Fata, is he gonna go? All right, they managed to kill Stominen, but they find a return on Fata. And
that just gives Elder Tiny an extra 40 damage.
I think he's all right here. I don't think they're gonna be able to nuke him down, but Spartan does have to be careful as well. Throws out that Heavenly Grace and is just gonna whack him a couple times here.
It's just an Omni Knight. What can he do, really? Really can't do that much. Okay. Well, yeah, interesting game so far. What's kind of interesting is like the Tiny Roam should be valuable, but it's dangerous against Huskar now. It's giving him some kills. Then he goes top and then gives Skylark more damage on the Elder Titan because he's like, oh, now there's 3 heroes here instead of just 2. So I'll take an extra 40 bonus damage. And 3 extra armor there. So yeah, the Snapfire thing doesn't work out as much if trading with that hero in that moment doesn't feel good. So as long as Elder Titan like waits to use Astral Spirit at the same time, they're just not going to be able to deal more damage. Because yes, Slark is great at trading hits with these like really tanky offlane heroes, but Elder Titan is a fighter hero. He doesn't actually farm. He wins the lane by killing people. So he's like a perfect solution for this like, oh, there's a great little window for us to slap you. He's like, all windows are good for me to slap you back. So like the Snapfire advantage here in the laning stage is just not going to feel nearly as strong.
And you can see the dominance there in the top lane as well. We've got 21 and 6 CS currently on the Elder Titan, and Slark struggling a bit. He's only got 8 and 1.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big laning disadvantage. So if Elder Titan has a bad lane as an offlane hero and he gets zoned, then he's basically screwed because he does not farm neutral creeps fast. Making sure that you win the lane as a core like this, it is absolutely mandatory. So this is going great for Skylark. And if they do get to a point where they kill Slark another time or they force him out of the lane, then it's perfect. Skylark can basically lane solo, continue to get golden experience, and aim towards his Aghanim Scepter or his Shard, depending on what he wants to build this game. Maybe Aura items, we'll see.
Lots of options. The world is his oyster, for sure. But definitely the start that Brame wants. They want to make sure that they're playing very, very aggressive and really starting to, like you said, snowball out of control. That's their big goal, especially for Wish. We need to see this Huskar start to snowball. And he's been playing it pretty well. You know, it did have I believe, the 1 death earlier, but they were able to turn around. And again, you can see the Tiny was making his own rotation, but they'll get the D ward, and Wish will just play very safe right now. As there are 3 heroes now migrating around here, the mid, but we'll wander right back up. They're leaving the Slark alone. How do you feel about that? Just letting him get the levels at this point? Is that all right?
It could be basically a situation where they're like, well, Snapfire's not going to do anything here to get pressure, so we should just let Slark get as many last hits as he possibly can, because zoning Elder Titan is probably not super likely. They can do this thing basically where Snapfire and Tiny roam together or independently just to potentially get solo kills. That's what they want to do, but so far they have not been successful with that. And this great Observer Ward here that Spartan place is going to make a big difference in this, because they keep spotting both of these rotations.
Snake King still making his way over here. As you can see, Spartan also joining in as well. Stominen, there's a ping out. They see Snay. They start to collapse over onto this Tiny. Skylark chasing after him. It's a good avalanche over on 3, but they get the lift off. But that's about all they can do here now. So, do have a lot of rotation for just the one, and not much came out of it.
Their disable is not very good. No Orb of Venom on Elder Titan or anything like that just yet, which is not that weird. It can be useful to go Orb of Corrosion or whatever, but it's a little expensive. Just aiming for a wand next with this phase boot, so 3 points, and Astral Sprays gain 60 damage per hero. Getting punched by this guy is not going to feel good. And going. Arrow got level 6. He's got a Ring of Basilius for mana. He should be doing fine here. Fast, so
yeah, looks like they get the pounce, and they'll find the kill on Stominen. Skylark, though, is a big boy. Look at these punches. 1, 2, one more punch, and down goes the fishy. And it's looking like he might kill himself a granny, too. Unless, no, he feels merciful today. He'll respect his elders.
My God, I feel a little bad that Fog doesn't get to watch this. He is the biggest Elder Titan fan, and this is like the dream game. He is doing so good. Yes.
I'm sure he's watching.
I'm sure he is, yeah.
I'm sure he's
But
poking
he's jealous.
he's poking his face into the chat for sure.
Definitely jealous, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, everything seems to be going really, really good for Brame. Huskar hasn't been pressured yet. He's been able to pick up his Helm of Iron Will, so he's effectively unkillable, unpressurable in lane. Skylark's having an incredible game. He's dwarfing Slark's last hits by an extra 10. Skeeter already saying that Midas is the only way, guys. So he cancels his treads combination and says, like, I gotta catch up somehow. Otherwise, there is it's gonna be a hard chance to win here.
Well, it's just so difficult for him too, because you want to keep, like, part of you wants to send the supports up top to try to support him. But again, you have an Elder Titan who loves the more bodies in the lane, the better. So, you know, it is just sort of maintain on your own, get those levels, do the best you can, and we'll try to make some pressure on other sides of the map. But they're not really finding that, it seems.
Yeah, it's really difficult for them to find some of these kills here. And Huskar picking up neutral items for the team, not really finding much that he particularly wants. Fairy's Trinket doesn't really do that much. That's not true, I guess. His Burning Spears do a lot of magic damage, so 5% extra is not terrible. But Snake King getting the D ward, finally realizing that the rotations had been maneuvered around, and finally with that D ward, maybe they can get some stuff done, but I can't help but feel that like they're getting under leveled now and missed their window a little bit here.
It feels like there's a lot of wandering around coming out from them and not enough action. Which is a huge problem when, you know, you are trying to play later and you just don't have that space being made.
Well, I like what Puck is doing right now, at least. He's going to get spotted by this great Observer Ward once again, but he's got a DD and an Arcane Rune here. So if anybody does show up in the bot lane, they can absolutely get a kill here. Puck is the X factor that is going to change things, absolutely, especially with 9 at the helm. They just need to start getting some important kills on course.
Got the double damage rune. They might spot over on the side, but the rest of the side of Brame has decided they don't want to be here. They're off in the corner.
Skylark in trouble top, maybe? Or he's getting a solo kill.
Yeah, top lane. They're just getting some of these stacks up, but again, he's so fast. Look at him. Manages to survive.
14% movement speed from the 2 heroes. It's incredibly high. Plus the phase, like, good luck catching him. He uses ulti as well, so now he's got a window where maybe he can get a kill.
Well, they rotate 33 up top this time, so they're going to try to make something happen. And they're just going to chase after Skylark, but he is just running around. He wants that granny, and he's going to get it. By God, turns back around, just starts punching Skeeter.
Oh, no.
Ooh, but he's in a lot of trees here. Timbersaw likes that, but one more hit down goes Mr. Slark. And eventually 33 will be able to clean up. But they did a lot during that time. Spartan,
I mean,
the assistance. No, he's not going to have it. 9 will be able to collect the kill as Wish teleports in. We'll use the life break over onto Snake King. He'll find that.
Oh my God.
And there's a Dream Coil getting used. Cookie Hop coming out now from Fata, and they'll be able to nuke him down. 9 will collect that kill as well.
I thought he was going to get the armlet toggle off there before that orb hit him. It was looking dangerous. His damage is so high with the armlet, but it does end up working out. You know, the gank on Elder Titan, at least he's dead. The net worth is actually about even right now. This isn't the end of the world for them. I mean, they still have a decent amount of kills, and picking up those 2 cores is a great start to it.
I mean, it's never a good sign when you're like, well, at least they're dead and he's not putting any more pressure on them. Like, that feels really bad if you're Tundra right now with the Elder Titan just being so powerful.
9 going for this bounty orgy. Is that the right way to describe it? There was a lot of bounty runes, guys, and he just got mega healed.
I'm not sure that was the phrase, Perch.
No? Was that the wrong? Okay, well, back to the drawing board.
Send you back to Weatherman here until you can get a better.
3 bounty runes at the same time? It's crazy, let me tell you guys.
Skylark, though, they've had enough of his nonsense. The Avatos up into the air. 9 getting out the Waning Rift. And he's still very tanky. He's very swift, too. He's trying to juke around here in the trees. Is going to end up eventually getting found, but he gets a stomp up. But the final hit here coming from 9 is not quite enough. He's living with 20-something hit points. He is just breaking their ankles. Look at him. He's got his dance. Oh, they finally find him. Just barely clipped by that Dark Pact.
Ulti top, not a big ulti actually, excuse me. It's hitting pretty much nobody here. That's a perfect voice line, I gotta say.
They'll turn back here. 33 gets murdered by Wish. There it is. There's that Guardian Angel coming in hot, but they do have some magic damage. Can they grab anyone else? Looks like they'll back off for now. But the pressure is on top.
He's doing such a good job. Just exerting his Huskar force on the enemy team, basically. Like, so tanky, gets in there, blows up Timbersaw. He had a hood, and he couldn't even tell. He just died so fast. Maybe he was low on, like, reactive stacks at the same time, so it was a lot of physical, too, but just an impressive amount of damage.
It's possible. No Mortimer Kiss is available now for the Snapfire, so I'm not sure they're going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot. Cookie Hop a little bit off the mark as they turn right back around again. The Stone Shotgun from Stomanen. Be able to collect themselves yet another kill. Now 33, needs to be careful. Quite a few heroes up here, and he doesn't have the backup, so it's like they're just going to call this tower forfeit.
Yeah, when you have a guy like Huskar that can just tank the tower, and you have no glyph left, it's all over. So they're just going to try to slow things down as much as they can, get some space on the map. Nine trying to finish his Blink Dagger. He is close to that. And then on the other side of the map, Skeeter does have his Hand of Midas, so he is going to be relatively okay. I mean, he didn't die that much in the laning stage. This will be fine for him. Not ideal, of course, but...
You don't sound convincing. He'll be fine. It's fine. Not that many deaths. It's a rough life for this Lark.
3 deaths on the board, but some of them, like, there weren't that many that were just like him getting blown up necessarily, so it's okay. He just wants to be farther ahead than this, and as time goes on, Huskar's not going to farm that fast in comparison, like, and they pressured him a little bit. It's not like he's having a completely free game or anything, so this should be all right.
So how do they slow this down is my question, because Brame has all the momentum and high octane coming out from them, especially when you have something like a Huskar and a very farmed Elder Titan.
What's basically going to start happening once they have BKB and Wish is they're going to start forcing down towers a little bit harder with Spartan sitting behind them. They'll slap the Heavenly Grace on him. He's going to hit buildings, and it's going to be very difficult to deal with him when he's got BKB to cover himself as well. So, you know, try to spread out your opponents. Push in all lanes is really important when your opponents do a 5-man like this. That way there's pressure on the map coming out, basically. But it kind of looks like Brame's going to play just a little bit slower for now. Most importantly, Skylark is still trying to farm his Zags. He's about 2 parts in, so he doesn't have a huge amount of time until it's finished. But once he gets that, then everything kind of unlocks for their whole team. They'll ideally have a BKB timing on Huskar, on Gyro, and the Ags on Elder Titan, which is effectively a BKB as well. And that's where things get pretty scary for Tundra, because a lot of their spells are limited by BKBs. Puck is very much so. Timbersaw doesn't do anything against BKBs. Tiny will have issues too, and as will Snapfire. Mortimer's Kisses isn't going to feel very good against them. So there's some dangerous stuff going on here. But hypothetically, Skeeter should be able to outfarm with a Midas on Slark, but we'll see.
He's got to make it to that point though, where he's able to overtake that net worth. We do have a smoke though coming out from the 2 supports, and of course Puck, hoping maybe they can catch someone that's a little bit too far down. But Skylark feels like there's something going on. Look at that, that Spidey sense is tingling. He throws out the skin and he says, yeah, I feel unsafe right now. So he's gonna hug his tower, lay far back, and you can see the rotation coming down here. They're hoping maybe they can,
nails him.
Right on the face.
A little mistake here by Tundra. They've double placed wards. We'll see if that matters. Or if somebody brings a sentry over here and gets some amazing value. We'll see.
Ooh, there it is. Just not quite on the other one, though. All right, all right.
Oh, so smart to place 2 wards there, guys.
It was all part of the plan.
Smart. Yeah, now they know that, oh yeah, we got the ward here. Why would they ever place 2 wards in the spot? There's no possible way they have vision. This could come into play later.
That's really frustrating, actually. Like, if you've ever playing in like your pub or something, like they totally have vision over here, and you think you got it, and they still have it up and running because they placed 2 down. The mental warfare.
Nobody expects it at a high level. There's no way. There's no way they anticipate this.
Next level plays. I expect to see a Weatherman segment on this, BSJ.
Okay. If it matters. If it matters.
All right.
Skylark very close now. Point booster only is what he needs.
Ooh, instant D-ward.
Skylark just a true homie, not taking a neutral item. He's like, you know what? I don't really need this arcane ring on me. You can have it. True bro. Fight top though.
It was nice, yeah. And there's just no hope here for Snake King. He is deleted. Focus though does have to be a little careful. Has Skylark nearby and they're scouting. Use that homing missile, chasing after Fata. They'll throw down the air splitter, the call down. Fata hopping up on top. They have the vision. Oh, they just can't quite see it, but they do cancel out the TP, so. Oh, they do. Couple more hits, and down goes Grandma.
You just didn't buff our splitter enough there. I thought it was going to explode really quickly there. It just didn't. Bummer. Elder Titan not quite ready, guys.
Yes, after that abysmal laning stage that we saw from him, clearly we need to buff him further.
Yes. He needs to be able to land his ultimate on somebody with literally no disable or setup. Then it's fair.
I mean, now it sounds like you're talking like Fog. Just buff my boy.
50% of their damage, yes. Balanced. Gyro with his Maelstrom almost got his BKB finish. He's going to the top lane, gets out of there just in time despite that ward helping them out. Slark going for Diffusal Blade to get some nice pokes in, some nice mana drain on the right heroes.
I mean, it's go time now. Yes, we don't have the Ags quite finished over on Skylark, but we have a BKB completed for Huskar. In fact, they immediately jump their way into this pit, and they're gonna try to secure themselves an Aegis. Just have to be careful he doesn't get bashed to death over there. Fata already running away. Tiny does have the Blink Dagger. We've got a double damage over here on 9, but Stominant already anticipating here. Does get silenced up. They had the Avalanche. Snake King gets taken out by Focus. As 9's poking, but look at the punches from Skylark. It is actually absurd. So we'll turn back around. Has that spirit here. That's too hard for them. Focus.
Melee heroes.
Walks right. 9 walks right into Focus.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's
not good.
They go right back into the pit. They have nothing to fear with the puck being down. You know, maybe you see some of these kisses, but the rest of the team is still up and running, and they've got a couple smokes still running around here on Spartan and Rubik.
That puck kill was so big.
He just wandered into him. It was like a cat that was asleep with his paw out.
I mean, I don't know if you expect a gyrocopter carry to be there, but that was kind of a cool position because if a fight did start, he could swing in from the side there and land a call down on the ramp, for example. So kind of a cool place for him, and he profits from it, getting that big puck kill, and that gives him the Aegis, and this allows them to continue the next phase. And they didn't even have to use their 9-second BKB charge. Very special, guys. Not a 10-second, the fresh 9-second BKB.
9-second
Gyro getting ganked, though.
He's got his own BKB that he just picked up here, so just needs to be able to pop it. And he indeed does, uses the call down. He's gonna just try to kite them, run away. He's waiting for Wish to show up, even throws out the taunt. As they'll wait patiently now, Skeeter, he's all out of that shadow dance. Wish jumping. Needs to try to find him over here in the corners as the trees just get cut down as they're hunting, but they're not gonna be able to find anyone. They've already vacated the premises. And Skylark, though, finds himself a Fata. Doesn't quite manage to land that stomp, but he'll punch him a couple times. Doesn't have anything else, though, to go. And cancel out the TP. 33 now. He's going to teleport out. And again, we've talked about this. They have a lack of catch coming out from the side of Brame, which is going to allow Tundra to just walk away from this bad engagement.
Yeah, they should have been able to get Tiny, but the Rubik only lifted him, didn't use Fade Bolt, so he gets a blink out immediately afterwards. Great reaction.
It's a long missile.
It's all the way there.
It's
okay,
all, yeah, it traveled some distance right there.
Pretty good one, all right. They do have a Halberd up on Timbersaw. This is an excellent item against Huskar. Halberd against melee heroes does not feel very good these days because a lot of people are buying S&Y. Therefore, it only lasts like, what, 2.5 seconds or something around there. But against range heroes, that's 5 seconds. That's huge against a Huskar or a Gyro.
Ooh, 9. Just, oh, is he going to get himself several couriers here? Is he going to get that greedy? Oh, he's managing to go. He gets Skylark's courier.
Oh, he's going to look for this.
Oh, look at it. He wants it. He wants it. He knows Spartan's courier is trying to come back. But
I think it was just a support one, so it wouldn't have given as much.
Feels like we're watching a bounty hunter, though.
Yeah.
And look, there's another one coming in hot. They're just feeding their couriers here to 9. They'll take them happily.
I mean, that's actually so much gold, though.
That is.
It was like 300 to his whole team getting 3 couriers.
I don't understand how he's still allowed to just be hanging out in the jungle here after he's gone after that many.
Catch, right?
They do have terrible catch.
So yeah, so what do? They can like jump on him maybe, but he's got Blink Dagger, his phase shift levels are decent. Now he's got an Illusion Rune, so it's even easier. He's got great items right now. Picked up a Vambrace 2, Dagon 1 is up, so his burst damage is there. They just need to get the combos off when they go in. So he just needs to follow up from like a tiny initiation. They should be able to burst on these guys.
Well, fine Spartan, but immediately Snake King teleporting out, knows that they've got nothing to cancel it again, so says, I've had enough here.
All right, back on the map here. Comes the pressure.
Doing exactly what they need to be doing here on Brame, applying pressure, taking towers early. Not quite snowballing as much as we might like to see, but still realizing that, you know, now is the time. They can't afford to let this go late. Snake King getting into position. He's gonna blink up. It's in the bottom lane. Rubik and 9 having a little bit of a skirmish here. He is Dream coiled up. He's trying to just get as much damage over onto this puck, and he actually is going to survive. Oh, the stomp comes through, the illusory orb, spotting out 9. But again, where's your catch? They need to punch him. Yeah, again, look at Skylark. Skylark, they know though. They see him. They can't grab him in time. 9, he's too slippery. As a whole other fight breaks out over here in the mid lane. Those kisses coming in hot. And the Guardian Needle helps, but doesn't quite manage to go and do a whole heck of a lot with those kisses. The tower goes down. And the Aegis was burnt.
Yeah, so really, really excellent for Tundra there. They didn't get the Rubik, but was able to put pressure on the other side of the map, spread things out. At the very least, like if that pressure comes and nobody goes to defend, Puck's going to help work down your tier 2 tower, and that's going to be something you can get out of it. But being able to force those TPs back and get the Aegis kill, that was a pretty good compromise for where they're at.
They know that there is a ward over there. Immediately the homing missile goes chasing after Snaking. Yeah, look at this. Goes and pokes, gets the first courier, knows that there's another one over there. Finds himself the Elder Titans as well. And
oh wow, he almost missed that Husker one on the way in. But he gets it on the way back.
Yep. He's pretty happy with that.
Well done by him.
You can tell he's very happy.
Ooh, Puck looking dead in the live game here.
Ooh, yeah.
Gets caught. It's gonna be close.
Was it gonna be close, Burge?
It was, actually, in some ways, because his phase shift was only level 3. If he's got 4 points there, he might have been able to blink. I didn't see the exacts, but I think they did a lift and stomp at the same time is what happened, which is why he was disabled in the first place. They just comboed it really well to get a good gank off. And they placed a Tinker Ward to help spot him when he does do the split pushing. So good pressure by Brame to get that kill.
Can see some movement going top now. The donk.
Donk.
I like
it was
the
nice heads up. I was going to say, what Fada did in the last fight was really good in the tier 2 mid. Turns on Lil Shorter, instantly kills the rocket. One of the best things about Snapfire as a hero on your team. There's just a lot of things now that require hits.
Ooh, this is not looking good for Snaking as he silenced up, and another kill for Focus. Focus is 4-0 and 2 right now, Purge.
It's been really good for sure. Good laning stage. Looks like he's almost got Butterfly, which will be great against Slark. Good luck Slark slapping him. Even Puck too, same thing.
I mean, fish don't belong in the sky with Gyrocopter anyway, so the natural order of things. Ooh, that actually works as they have an Elder Titan.
It's really not a lot of fish that can fly in the world.
There's a couple. There's a couple. They're not really flying, right? But they do sail out of the rivers, I believe.
What if it's like raining? Should fish be able to get into the sky then? Is that?
Well, there is water in the sky. I don't know.
Exactly.
Purge
yeah, there's always moisture in the sky.
Not enough moisture, though. It needs to be a saturated amount, I'm pretty sure. But Skylark here, he runs into the Puck. Puck runs into him one way or the other, but is leashed up as Mortimer kisses come out, but he's just rotating around like a little clock here. On the down goes 9. The tips come out. Now they're hunting. They would love to grab Fata. I don't think they're going to be able to grab him in time, though. Nope. Teleports out. Again, catch. A huge problem here for the side of Brame, but is it that big of a problem if you're still dominating this map?
I mean, the network's still pretty close, but I'm just like looking at this ET while he does the split push stuff bottom, and he's actually so difficult to kill because like at any point he's gonna have a spirit out or ready to pull a spirit out. He did get ultied there, but like they have to put so much effort into killing him here, and they just don't have enough disable to keep him in one place. And even if all these Mortimer's kisses hit in him, he needs to be like completely hit, and Timber does a combo, and he's locked down. But they just don't quite have the tools for that.
Is this just a solo kill here for Focus? Throws out the whip, as it chases after him. Oh no, not quite. Not gonna be able to hide from this Gyrocopter, not today.
Good pickoff. Yeah, I'd have to see how that started. Probably did call down from trees and then ran in with homing missile or something like that to get the damage in. Another lift here.
Yeah, this is gonna be a dead Fata.
Yikes. Now the map pressure is feeling a little bit oppressive, but it's kind of an interesting game. Both teams have a little bit weak disable, so it's a little hard for them to get some of these like kills, but Tundra's just doing a great job pushing out side lanes. Puck cuts the mid wave to make it harder for them to commit to a tower kill, where Huskar is just going to feel unkillable with the Omni behind. Skeeter runs their off lane to go pressure that tier 2 tower as well. Rubik's in position though. Gets the lift.
Gets the lift off, plus the silence. Life break comes out. This poor Slark is going to be a dead little fishy. Does have the Shadow Dance, buys him just a tiny bit of time here. He's going to try to teleport out. Can he do it? No. Wish will be able
really
to
close.
burn him to a crisp.
Great job stealing Pounce there. Bought them a little bit extra time to get those extra right clicks in. Got him nice and low. Grovo's amazing as well on Huskar. Just got buffed for magic resistance reduction, which is perfect on Huskar. His burning spears do so much magic damage. Amplifying that up. Or life break as well. Same thing. A lot of magic damage out of Huskar, really.
I have to say that Stoneman has continuously just impressed me with his position 4 play. It's been a lot of fun to watch the past season, and he's continuing to just prove that he is very, very valuable.
Yeah, he definitely is. Like how ET's playing itemization as well, aiming for a Scythe of Ice. They know they need Disable. He's not farming it fast, because ET obviously doesn't hit creeps quickly, which is why he's fallen behind in the net worth, but it's the right item to get to make it easier for them to deal Slark and against the puck as well.
I assume that, soon we'll have the Roche respawning. Oh, another courier sniped here by 9. Just a teleport, but, that could be important. Teleports are expensive now. Toss back here, Stoneman chasing after the Snake King. Goes a right hand delivered over to Wish, but Focus will take the kill.
And instantly he TPs the bot lane, knowing that there will now be pressure on the opposite side of the map because his opponents will expect him to be on the other one. But 9 cuts the wave as soon as it spawns here, not exactly where he was expecting him to be. Very smart of 9 to change this up a little bit. And this is so much easier to do now that this cliff ward isn't there in between those tier 2 towers on the Radiant side. So he can just continue playing in this area. With knowing the sentry is here, this can be a safe space. Doesn't have to worry about anybody ganking him here, and he can continue to bounce between lanes and just buy time for his team.
He's doing it very, very well, although they use a scan. They need to go and try to just slow down this puck. He's causing them a lot of headaches, cutting waves and whatnot, but over in the Roche pit, they're already going for that second Aegis here. They get a lift off over onto Skeeter, trying to make him nervous, but there it is. They're gonna grab that Aegis? Okay, there it is.
I assume it will be Huskar getting shard, but...
I would assume so. That's so good on him right now. There's no reason for him not to.
It is.
Yeah,
the Rocket Barrage one can be really, really good too. I haven't found times to justify buying it, but if it was free, heck
well,
yeah.
why not? It's just asking to be picked then, right?
But it's amazing on Huskar for sure. Being able to do this through being stunned is incredible. His mechanic almost done.
Yeah, that's the reveal over here of the Scythe of Ice, but Skylark, he's just so tanky. Does have to be careful though. These Mortimer kisses, can they land the last one? Oh, he's dancing, he's dodging, he's still alive. The cookie up coming up from Fata was hoping that maybe he could go and use that scatter blast, but it's not going to happen. And now it looks like Fata will pay for this with his life. Ooh.
Well, nice play by Skylark. He's getting used to it. But he basically just like juked him back like 4 times in a row. He's like, I'm going now. And then that happened like 5 times in a row. And every single time Fata quite just fell for it a little bit, unfortunately. So let's watch that one more time here. It's a great idea to throw them out, but he was ready, even by the first one. If he didn't back instantly, he would have been screwed here.
Gets down to 90 hit points, 60, 40, 19.
18.
Ooh.
Wow.
Fata really wanted that kill. You could feel that desperation. Look at the smiles. Look at the giggles.
That's pretty funny.
Feels good,
all right,
man.
and finally, Brame is a little bit across the map. They just did damage to this tier 2 tower for the first time in forever here. Scotty Butterfly up on Gyrocopter now. Excellent hero now against heroes like Timber and Slark, just limiting the healing.
Brame is playing this draft just perfectly right now. We saw that high octane play the other day when they were facing off with OG, and feels like this patch really suits them quite well. They've got a good handle on what they want to do for draft, and these buildings are just crumbling. They still have an Aegis, they've got a cheese over on Focus. Omni just backing them up.
Huskar tanks it, doesn't even have armlet on. Maybe it'd be better if he did, but... and then Gyro slaps as well, just to make it really easy. Doesn't have to just be about the Huskar, it's about Huskar and Gyrocopter becoming effective. Fata in trouble, maybe?
A little far, but look at Skylark even further. Double damage over on 9. Need to focus up. Jump forward, life break over onto Tiny. He's going to get just obliterated here as they do manage to go and they'll pop the Aegis. The buyback now coming out from Staking as these Mortimer kisses are just flying about.
Oh, he stole it. He stole Mortimer's.
He stole the Mortimer's kisses now. So now we have to see the perfect positioning coming out from Stoneman. Although, jump back around. It's just a dead Skeeter almost immediately. Stoneman over on the side, just throwing out these spears, focusing on the buildings. It's not much that Tundra can really do against this right now. Look how strong focus feels.
Lift or something, or he accidentally canceled it. I'm not sure what.
We only saw like one of those pop out, I believe. Yeah.
I think he interrupted it himself to either cast something or he made a mistake. Not sure which. That might have been important to telekinesis lift somebody to prevent BKB. And Slark died, right? So.
Okay. Toss back now, and the Hex. Can they keep him alive? Yes, they can. They have the cheese. They'll turn right back around. Again, Fata will just get cut down. As Brame still continuing here. They've got their eyes on this puck. He is so dead. No buyback on 9. No buyback still on the Slark. Fata having to buy back as well, but there's no Mortimer kisses. They just call the GG. Brame playing their draft exactly the way they need to. Snowballing out of control. We'll take game number 1 here, Purge.
But honestly, Tundra did an excellent job considering the game circumstances. Their laning stage did not go well. Almost all of their support rotations to try to alleviate